Hello my dear students, myself Minu Srivastava, and today we are going to discuss about the gaseous sterilization. Gaseous sterilization, it's a type of the, or we can say it's a subtype of the chemical sterilization. In the previous lecture we have studied the physical sterilization, in which I have made the separate videos for the dry heat sterilization and the for moist heat sterilization. So now today we are going to discuss about the gaseous sterilization. What is the gaseous sterilization and what is the gaseous sterilization? It's a subtype of the chemical sterilization. Means if the chemical which are using for the sterilization is in the gaseous phase, it is known as the gaseous sterilization. Okay, so here the gaseous sterilization is more efficient sterilizing agent because gas has the more penetration power. Okay, so here some important or the heat sensitive materials which are more heat sensitive means the material which we cannot sterilize with the help of dry heat and moist heat sterilization. The gaseous sterilization is the boom for that sterilizing agent material. Okay, so here the heat sensitive materials the four main gaseous sterilization are ethylene oxide, formaldehyde, beta propanolactone and ozone. Here the fifth one also we will study the nitrogen dioxide. Ethylene oxide is the colorless. So first we are going to study about the ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide, the main question comes on the, if the question comes on the gaseous sterilization, the ethylene oxide is the main point. Okay, ethylene oxide is a colorless, flammable and sterile gas at the ordinary room temperature. The structure is that CH2CH2O. Okay, so with the help of these CH2CH2 group, it will alkalize the any material, protein or carbohydrate or lipid of the microbial system. Okay, so it will produce, by the alkylation, it will produce the lethal effect on the protein of bacteria. Okay, they have the high penetrating power because the ethylene oxide have the high penetrating power, even though the plastic bags also. If we are keeping the material which is to be sterilized in the plastic bag, the ethylene oxide is able to sterilize those materials which are keeping into the sterilized into the plastic bags. Okay, so it has the high penetration power and it kill even endospores also, which is the quite resistive form. Okay, and ethylene oxide is used with the carbon dioxide and it is used in the ETO machine. Okay, or you can say in the ethylene oxide sterilizer also, ETS machine also you can say. Okay, now the second material, second gaseous sterilizing agent is the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, it's a highly reactive gas. Okay, and it can synthesize with the help of oxidation of methanol. Okay, the formula of methanol is the CH3OH. Okay, so with the help of oxidizing the methanol, it will convert into the SCHO, because the formula of the formaldehyde is the SCHO. Okay, it's a readily soluble in the water, and the formaldehyde solution 37% weight by solution or in the water is known as the formaldehyde gas. But if the solution is a 10%, it is known as the formalin. Okay, it has the biocidal activity. The main thing is that formalin has the 10% solution and the formaldehyde gas has the 37% solution. The formalin and the difference between the formaldehyde and the formalin is about the concentration. Okay, so biocidal activities due to the alkylation. It produces the alkylation and it causes the biocidal or lethal action. Okay, it has the retain toxic gas and it has a broad spectrum activity. Broad spectrum activity means it has it is more effective on different type of the bacteria, viruses, yeast, fungi, molds and even endospores also. Okay, it alkalite the amino acids and sulfur hydryl group of protein. It kills the bacteria, virus, fungi and even endospore. But the main drawback is that it has the carcinogenic activity, and due to the carcinogenic activity, it has the limited uses. Okay, now the third property, third gaseous sterilization agent is that beta propanolactone. Beta propanolactone. Okay, beta propanolactone. Beta propanolactone is important, as well as the ethylene oxide also. Okay, these two short notes may be come in the examination. Okay, it's a beta propyolactone is the condensation product of ketone and the formaldehyde. Ketone and the formaldehyde. It has a low penetration power. This is the main drawback, and but it is a quite effective in the fumigation. Fumigation means if you want to sterilize any chamber or the room, so for that the that beta propyolactone is the quite effective. Okay, so 2%, 0.2% B in short form I have written is a BPL. It's a beta propionolactone. 0.2% solution of the beta propionolactone is used for the sterilization. Okay, it bind with the DNA, it will while binding the DNA, it degenerate the microbial system. Okay, it will kill the endospores also. It is used for the medical instruments, tissue grafting, nutrient broth, blood, plasma, milk, water, etc. Here the fourth is the ozone. Ozone is the quite highly reactive gas. Because why is it so? That the ozone will degenerate and convert into the oxygen and nascent oxygen. Okay, so it will produce a nascent oxygen which is highly reactive and produced as an oxidizing agent. Okay, potent oxidizing property it has. Okay, so with the help of oxidizing agent, it's produce the oxidation of the proteins of the microbial system. Okay, it's a, but that something is that it's a some drawback is also it has the hazardous activity. So in very low concentration, it's around 5 ppm activity, 5 ppm concentration we will use. Okay, the fifth is that the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, fifth is that the nitrogen dioxide, NO2. It's a rapid and effective sterilant. Okay, and it is for the removal of common, it is used for the common bacteria, viruses, and even the spores. It will kill the spores also. It acts by the degradation by nitration process, means it will add the nitrate group into the DNA, and it will degenerate the phosphate backbone. Okay, so here the main gaseous sterilizing agents we have completed, but now we are going to discuss about the factors which affect the gaseous sterilization. Okay, means different types of the factors which we can here I will just different types of the factor which affect the activity or the power of the sterilization. Okay, so here the factors affecting the gaseous sterilization I have written here factors. Okay, so different types of the factors. First thing is the time of exposure. Okay, means different time of exposure means the different materials require different time of exposure, or the different sterilizing agent has the different time of the exposure. Some has the 30 minutes, some has the 40 minutes. So it's a quite variable in gaseous sterilizing agent, because the time of exposure is different in different sterilizing agent. Okay, so it depends on the time. Okay, second thing is the temperature. Temperature, as we know, is the gaseous sterilizing agent. The temperature for the gas purpose, the flow of the gas depends on the temperature also. Okay, so what is the room temperature at that the particular time, it also affect the sterilizing property of the gaseous sterilization. Okay, some are working on the room temperature, some are working on the higher temperature. So the temperature of the surrounding is quite affected on the sterilizing property of the gaseous sterilizing agent. Okay, third the factors is the humidity. Third factor is the humidity. Humidity is what? Humidity means the moisture content in the atmosphere. The moisture content in the atmosphere. Okay, so if the moisture is more content, the gaseous sterilizing and the gaseous flow of the gas is slow. Okay, and if humidity is low, then the flow is high. Okay, so humidity also affect the power of the penetration of the gaseous sterilization. And the fourth one is the physical load. What kind of the physical load is there? What kind of the physical load is there means which kind of the medical devices, medical instruments, okay, which kind of the physical load is they present in the chamber or in the as a material which is to be sterilized, it also affect the sterilizing property, okay, or the power, okay. Now the merits. What is the merits of the gaseous sterilization? First, the high penetration power. The gas has the high penetration power, so it's a very good for the high penetration power, and the gas has the more efficient as a fumigation, okay. So as a fumigation, good fumigation agent, we can say it's a good fumigating agent, okay, because in the fumigation the gas can reach in any side, any corner, any draw, in any leakage point. So the gaseous sterilization act as a good fumigating agent. Third point is it's a good for the heat sensitive material, good for heat sensitive material, good for heat sensitive materials, okay. So these are the some merits which we can prefer the gaseous sterilization, but there are some demerits also, because everything has the plus point as well as the minus points also. So there are the some demerits also. What is the demerits is that yes, I will write it here, demerits, okay. So here the demerits is that first is that some has the carcinogenic activity. So due to those activities, they will use in the limited extent, okay. Some has the carcinogenic activity, okay. Second, some are the toxic gases also, okay. Some are the irritant, some are the irritant, okay, and some are not working, or the conditions the working conditions are too much high, okay. So the working conditions are expensive, ऐसा मैं लिख सकती हूँ. So which we cannot be maintained, okay. So or some materials or some sterilizing agent has proper machines, they have to be created by the vacuum, or those materials we have to be required. So these are the quite expensive, for those it's a quite expensive method. So there are just some demerits. So here we have completed that gaseous sterilization, okay. In the next lecture we will complete the chemical sterilization. Till then, stay safe, bye bye.